everyone. Here I'm going to show you a special or different kind of problem statement. Let me try to help you understand that problem with the help of an example. Now what you see over here is a bar graph which is showing you the total bill amount by each of the month, right? But the problem is the moment if I select any month from here, it is just going to show me one bar only, right? Which makes the things a little difficult. What I'm expecting is if I select any month from here, it should show me the past 6 months, right? So let's say if I'm selecting November, it should show me the data starting maybe somewhere from May to November, or maybe June to November, right? May to November, exactly, right? So what exactly I'm looking for is something which I have over here. So you see over here, if I select November from here, it is going to show me the data from June to November. If I select October, it is going to show me the data from October to May, so, or the other way, May to October. Now this is kind of thing which I'm looking for, how to develop this. Now let me show you this process, how you can develop this with the help of an example. Okay, so now here you see we have exactly the same data. To solve this kind of problem, what we need to first do is create a date table using the date column which you have in here. So over here, whatever the date column that you want to use to show this axis, right, the same date column, using the same date column, you need to create a separate calendar table. Okay, how can you do this? So for that what we're gonna do is, first of all, we would require to create a date table. How do we create that? So for that, go on home tab, and let me go into the data view first, and in the home tab over here you'll get this new date table. All right, so as soon as you click on this new date table, sorry, not new date table, it's just new table, right? I'm going to say it as date table. Okay, now into this I need to use calendar function. It asks simply for start and end date. So for that, what I'm going to take is start date from reporting month and end date from the reporting month. So minimum date which is available into the reporting month, that will be my start date, and maximum date which is available in my reporting month, that will be my end date. So that I can do using main function. And over here I'm going to take reporting month, close this. Then for end date I'm going to use max, and then again over here I'm going to use the reporting month. That is it. Now this is done. I just need to convert this format from date time to simply date. As soon as this is done, next thing which we're going to do is create the relationship between both of these two tables. So for that, I just switched into the data model view over here. Now I need to create the relationship between credit card data and the data table, and the column which I need to use from this table is reporting month. I'll simply click on this and drag over here, right? And I just dropped it over here. Now you're gonna see the relation created. When I hover on this, you see both of these columns are highlighted, which means the relationship has been created. Now let's just get back over here. All right, now the next thing which we need to do is create a measure over here, right? So new measure. Now in this new measure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, let's say, rolling sum. I'm just giving a random name. You can give whatever you want. Now I'm going to use calculate, and over here I will use sum, and for that I will take build amount. Build amount is done, and the function which I need to use is dates in period. If you don't understand what dates in period is, a separate video created, just check that out. I'll give the link into the description section. Now over here it asks me to use the date. So when you have to use the date, you don't use this from the credit card table, you use that from the date table, right? So I'm going to say date table and this date column. Okay, the next thing it asks me to do put is start date. So the start date which I'm going to do put over here is the maximum date which is available into the reporting month, so that it will go backward and give me the rolling 6 months of number. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do over here is dates in period. Now I'll use max, and into that I'm going to use date table again, and date from here. Then how many months I need to go back? That is 6 months. And what exactly that is. Looks like there is some problem. Okay, I need to close this bracket. Okay, now I need to go back by 6 months, and then that the interval, the switching is happening by month, not by day. Okay, so if you want to do that switching by day, you can do that, of course, but here my problem statement is in context of month. So I just select that and I'll close it. That is done. And again I'll close this. Now I'll make it a little bigger so that you could see it clearly and understand that. Okay, now see, this is the formula which I simply need to write. Done. This is done. All right, now first thing which I'll do is I'll create a slicer. And to create the slicer, the date which I'm going to use is again from this date table, not from my actual what we say actual data table. And this format I'm going to convert into the tile format. Right from here, this is going to look like a tile. Right, it is showing me all the date that I don't require. So what I'll do is I'll from here I'll change it to hierarchy. And in hierarchy, from here, what exactly that I'm looking for is I don't need quarter, I don't need day, and this is exactly what I need. Now I need to expand this. Let's just expand that. This is done. I'll increase the font size a bit so that it could be clear for you to watch. Maybe you might be watching at the mobile, so it may not be very clear. So let me just click this. Done, done, done. Super. Now this is done. Let me expand this also, and this is done. Next thing which we're gonna do is I'll create a matrix so that we could see the numbers clearly. Right, now from the matrix, let me start with this one. Again, I don't need quarter and I don't need day. Now you notice what I chose. I have chosen the date from date table, not from my credit card table. Okay, so that I will explain you in some time. Okay, now the next thing which I need to do is rolling sum. I need to take rolling sum. So here is what we got. So it is giving me the rolling sum. So what it is doing is it is taking the number from January and taking the number from February and summing it up all together, which I don't require. So how do I fix that? So for that, what I'm going to do is I just removed the date column which I had taken from the date table, and now I'm going to take the date column from this credit card, and that will be reporting month. All right, now what you see over here, this is showing you the data for 6 months only. Right, now I'll let me unselect this all and select any month. You see this is changing. Right, you see how it is changing. Now this is done. After this I will simply convert it to the bar chart. It is done. Super. Now the next thing which I need to reflect on this is data labels, so that I can simply go in over here and I can reflect the data label. All right, so this is it. This is exactly what I wanted to do over here, and hope it was clear to you to understand. Just in case of any doubt, put that into the comment section. If you found it very useful, give a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you very much for watching it. Wish you very good